What's good? This is Trey with Legit Game coming to you with this video on how to take control of your love and sex life. Alright, so if you're not happy with your love or sex life or your dating life, or whatever you want to call it, you don't have to be that way. You don't have to accept a undesirable sex life or undesirable love life if you don't want to. However, there's some steps that you have to take, some mindset shifts that you have to make in order to get out of the situation you're in and get into the situation you want to be in. Okay? And these are the same steps I had to take personally, because there was a time where my love life, my dating life, my sex life, it was non-existent. Then there was a time where it was very random. And then there was a time where I had power, where I knew how to set things up a certain way so that I can get a desired result. That's what I'm going to explain to you here. So if you're not happy with your love life, you're not happy with your sex life, the first thing you have to do is take full responsibility for it. So basically you have to take the blame, and you have to be strong mentally and emotionally to really do this, because it's hard to accept that your love life, your sex life is the way it is because of you. Okay, it's hard to accept that, but once you accept that, now the power is back in your hands. Because if you are responsible for something, that means you can change it. That means you can transition out of it, or you know what I mean? You have the power now. So that's the first step, is take full responsibility. What does that mean? You are no longer can blame anyone else. You can't blame your circumstances. You can't blame God. You can't blame your parents, any of that anymore. Who knows? They probably play some role into whatever situation you're in. But the reality is, if you really want to make a change, you really want to take control of your dating life, your sex life, your love life, you have to take full responsibility for it. Once you take full responsibility, now you have to ask yourself, okay, what do I want my love life to look like? What do I want my sex life to look like? What do I want my dating life to look like? And then once you get a picture in your head of what that looks like, write it down. Do whatever you need to do to really have a clear image of what that looks like, and don't put limits on it. Do not put limits on it. Okay, a lot of guys are gonna limit. Oh, I'm not good looking enough, so I have to put a limit. Or I don't have enough that much money. Don't put any limits, because whatever you want, you can achieve. You can grow. You can reach that. Okay, you're not there right now, and it's not gonna happen overnight, but you can reach that once you take responsibility. So get a clear image of exactly what your dating life should look like, your love life, sex life should look like. Then once that's done, you have to make a decision that you're going to do something about it. Okay, do something about your situation that's going to move you towards the ideal. Okay. All right. So I'm going to give you a specific example of what I did. Okay. When my love life, my sex life, my dating life was undesirable, I did the same exact thing I just mentioned you should do. I took full responsibility. I got very clear on what I wanted, and I started working towards it. And basically, I put a plan together to get there. Now, on my own, I wasn't able to do that. I had to go and get the knowledge necessary to know what to do, because what you think you need to do could be incorrect. So what I'm going to do is give you an example. So for example, there was a time where literally my dating life was non-existent, because I was an entrepreneur and I worked online, meaning I wasn't around people. So I didn't really have a social circle like that. So a lot of guys, they meet women through their social circle. But if you don't have a job, if you don't have a regular job, if you're not in school, that type of thing, you're not really around people like that. So it's hard to have a social circle. So I literally was working online, meaning I didn't have to go out and be in those social environments. So I had no social circle. So I could not get lucky with my dating life. No matter, even if I was good looking, if you're not around people, how are you going to get results, right? So for me, it wasn't about looks, it wasn't about money, it wasn't about any of that. I literally was not around people like that, because I didn't have to be. I had an online business, right? So what I did was I got, logical about the situation. Okay, first things first, I need to talk to women, or I need to talk to more women. I'm not talking to enough women. How can you expect it's like, going fishing. You have to actually go and fish. You can't fish at home. You have to go to the sea or go to a lake or whatever and fish. So same concept. So I had to start putting myself in a situation where I was meeting women. So what I did is I literally would go out to anywhere, mall, bookstore, wherever you would find women. And while I was in those environments, I would actually talk to them. I'd actually approach strangers, but female strangers, right? And I would talk to them. Now, in the beginning, it's like you're programming a software, right? And you have to put in the code little by little. But once you're done, then you have the program, and then the program runs and you get the result. So in the beginning, it's like, okay, whoa, this is very nerve wracking. I had a hard time approaching women. I had a hard time talking to them. But after doing it consistently, I got to a point where I was comfortable around women. And from there, I was like, okay, now I need to ask for phone numbers. I got phone numbers. Then from there, I started asking women on dates. And then I started getting dates. And then I started to realize you can take control of your dating life. Literally, that exact example I gave you could go and do that. Or you could go about a different way. Go and build a social circle. Go and start doing the things you love to do. Start meeting people in those that have the same interests as you. And then you build a social circle from there and start talking to the women in there. And, things can happen on their own, or you can be assertive and, ask the women out and that type of thing. And you'll take control of your dating life that way. Another way, go to the nightclub. And that's what I'm doing more of now. Before it was more of the daytime thing where I go to malls and stuff like that. Now I go to nightclubs. And you can meet women in nightclubs. You can meet women in bars. You can meet women in the nightlife. It's fun. It's a good time, and you can meet fun people. So that's another way to do it. But all of this starts with taking responsibility. You have to make a change up your lifestyle. You actually have to be taking actions that can lead to more dating opportunities, more sex opportunities, more love opportunities. If you're not doing those things, you're not going to get there. Now, in the beginning, you got to understand, if you're not good at something, you're going to get rejected. And that's what throws people off and makes them quit, because they think when they start something, oh, it's supposed to work out right away. Of course not. Anything you do, start something new, in the beginning, it's going to be rough. Same thing with meeting women, dating women. In the beginning, it's going to be rough. But if you keep at it, you're going to get smarter. You're going to get more, understand things better. You're going to see patterns, and you're going to get better. You're going to start meeting women, start getting phone numbers, start getting dates. You know what I mean? Hooking up with women, getting girlfriends, whatever. But it's a progression. So you can take control of your dating life, take control of your love life, take control of your sex life, but you have to be disciplined enough to do it. You have to have the motivation to do it and create the motivation, like really dig deep and find that motivation, because that is important. Okay, if you're not motivated to do something, you're not going to do it. You know what I mean? Whatever you need to do to motivate yourself to go out and take control of your dating life, you have to do it, because if you don't, then you might as well not even talk about it, because nothing's going to change until you make the decision to change. It starts with your mind. It starts with making up your mind, and then your actions will follow. Okay? And while you're taking action, there's going to be challenges. There's going to be obstacles, but you have to push through. By going through that, you build character. You become more attractive. And as you continue to do that, you will notice. You will start meeting women, but as you continue to be proactive in your dating and sex life, the quality of women you meet will increase. The quality and the quantity. Okay? By taking those actions that I mentioned. So that's the advice if you want to take control of your dating sex life. You have to become the man, right? You can't be relying on the universe to make things work. Yeah, if you're taking the necessary actions, you can align with the universe. The universe will help you out, but you can't be sitting back like just hoping that things are just going to fall into your lap or you'll get lucky or this and that. No, you actually have to be assertive. You actually have to be proactive. You actually have to go out there and make shit happen. And I just gave you some ways on how you can do it. You can go out and do it in the daytime. That's how I started off. You can build a social circle of men and women that have the same interests as you. And then you'll have opportunities to date those women if you ask them out, that type of thing. By doing these things, if you're getting rejected, obviously you have to work on yourself, find out how can I make myself more attractive. If you're getting rejected a lot, you need to work on becoming more attractive, okay? And improve your look, improve your physique, improve your style, improve your communication skills, improve your wealth, your status. There's so many ways to become more attractive. So if you're getting rejected, it doesn't mean you just game over. It means work on making yourself more attractive so you get rejected less. Your rejection is part of the game, but if it's happening like in an overwhelming amount of times, then we could say, okay, something's wrong. There is a way for you to improve your attractiveness. And if you're having problems with that, you can hit me up and I'll give you some personal advice. All right, but that is the advice in this video. I hope that was helpful. For more tips and advice on how to pick up women, go to legitgame.com. Thanks for watching. Peace.